So as always, by popular request, another video. And this one, it's actually not directly requested, but in an indirect way, you guys have definitely asked for it. The blue blocking anti-reflective coatings, the blue AR coatings. Are these the ones that you should be getting? Well, I have my opinions. I'm sure you have yours. Let's see who's right and who's wrong, shall we? So first, if you're new here, do me a quick favor and like and subscribe down below. It helps support the channel, helps keep me here so I can keep having fun and doing these cool videos where I laugh hysterically in the back of my head the entire time. Now today is not going to be what you would initially think perhaps, which is going to be all about blue blocking. I've done that, it's old, it's tired, it's beat to death. I don't want to get into that, not today at least. Maybe we'll do a fun comparison with all of these another time. Not today. But for the purpose of this video, we are going to be talking about the blue reflecting AR coatings, or as they might be called more regularly, just the blue light coating for your glasses. The one they ask you, it usually costs a little bit more. If it's a good one, it's not much more, because the good regular coatings are really freaking expensive too. So all about AR coatings. Cheap coatings are never good. They flake off, they fail fastly, they don't have a good hard coat. They usually don't use the mithril base coat that really adheres tightly to the surface of the lens. They're often sprayed and sputtered on, and it just doesn't hold up over time. We like the ceramic coatings. Yeah, we like the ceramic coatings. So the really well applied ceramic type coatings for lenses are actually the same SiO2 stuff that's on these guys, along with some zinc and other layers that are mixed in there, all deposited on the lenses in a vacuum chamber. The best of the best use an ion blast that really packs those layers down tight. That gives you extra scratch resistance even in the AR layer versus just the base scratch coating. There's your basic build of an AR coating. Then on top of that, you have your little add-ons. You get the anti-reflective stack, and then you get the hydrophobic and oleophobic stacks. Those are the ones that make these easier to clean. The super oleophobic and super hydrophobic are kind of the, I don't want to say standard these days, but they're the premium standard. You're going to find those in all your big boys, and those will typically include an anti-static layer as well, which just means when you sit these down on the nightstand at the end of the day, they're not covered in dust when you wake up the next morning. Or right after you clean them, they don't collect a whole bunch of dirt and dust immediately, and you're bombarded with dust particles on your lenses and a bright light over there. Yeah. But I don't have that problem. Now, for the blue blocking coatings, you will actually see, and oh, it's always so fun. Here we go, that beautiful big bright blue reflection across the lens that drives me absolutely mad. I can spot it a mile away. These typically, and you'll see it a little bit on the garage door there, they're going to have a little bit of a yellow shift in the color spectrum they make things appear. Now, fun fact, this is actually my prescription in these, so this is a direct comparison lens to lens. You can see the big difference in the way these transmit light. It is literally night and day. This is a specific coating that is designed specifically for being on sets because it reflects light in a natural way. There is no color addition. It's not blue, it's not green, it's not purple. It is just purely designed in its most simplistic form to pass as much light through the lens as it possibly can, which means you don't really see much reflection on the lenses unless I get really right on it and get that right at the camera. Now, this one is going to be actually more beneficial than most because this is on a 1/6 base, so it is going to block more blue light just by that nature. So this one, you're probably getting around 60% blue light blockage versus most of these coating based alone is only going to be 10 to 12%. The absolute very best ones are going to be 14%, and they're all going to have that really strong, noticeable, it's even reflecting on my door here, the door in front of me. I'm recording on a door, the magnet's holding the... Anyways, we do what we gotta do. Yeah, my whole phone's turning blue with this. That's, here you go. It reflects blue light and everything else around it. It's just blue. Oh, that's the most common one you will see. That is one of the lesser expensive ones, actually. I just happen to have that handy because I use it for demonstration purposes, that even the crappy little coatings with a good material base can block more of the blue light, because the 1/6 material on average is going to block around 40 to 50% of what we consider to be the bad blue light anyway. So yeah, you're good, even without the fun little coating. Now this one is another one. You'll recognize it, or at least the name of it perhaps. This isn't fair because this is a plus lens, so it transmits light entirely differently. You see, you can't make out the garage door. You've got some weird distortions there. You've got strange things going on all around, but the point of focus here on this lens is that purple reflection. This is going to be more like your Crizal Provincia. That's kind of one of the bigger names. Crizal's been around a long time. It's very well advertised, very marketed. This is the name you're gonna know as an AR coating. It gets the job done. It is ugly. It is Barney purple. Now, if you like purple, it's cool, because especially if you pair it over a transition lens, you do get that little bit of a purple flash mirror, because guess what? It is a purple flash mirror on the front of the lens. Combined with an otherwise pretty spectacular coating itself, it's actually one of the better Crizal stacks in my opinion. It's not as prone to crazing as some of the others we've seen. So I don't mind working with that coating on its own as far as a durability perspective and design perspective goes, but as far as overall function, not so great. That one's gonna be in your 13% range, up to 14. So again, on that side, it's a little bit better too. It actually does have a little bit of a filter built into it, and you'll see it has a stronger yellow shift versus some of the others. Now, all of that versus, I'm gonna do the two I can actually work with here versus a more normal coating, right? I mean, I could use mine, but I don't wanna wave mine around while I'm trying to show you all this, right? And that is these guys. So this is a very strong -6, but it's what I had handy in a normal AR coating, versus this is that wonderful little blue blocking coating that I'm trying to throw across the room. So there you've got that, and the back side of the lens, it's just easier to get it to show up on camera, so forgive me there. It's like a little light collector, so it really shows it off really well, and it's wonderful for turning this whole area here blue. And this guy, there we go, we'll turn it around the same way, so it's fair, and there you can see it is a dramatic difference. I've got both of these pointed right at the lens on the camera, so they're reflecting, and this is the convex side too, so, or the concave side, so it's collecting and reflecting as it should. They're doing exactly what they're designed to do, and that send light towards exactly that little point there. So there you go. That is the difference in cosmetic appearance wise as well of these coatings. That's what I get for using prescription lenses of -2 and -6 1/4. Yeah, 6 1/4. Yeah, so it's like a -12 out here. Ooh, you can see that. You can see my whole head. It's my head in my head, and that is what you get today. You get a double matte, a double whammy of that glasses guy. If only there were two of me. Somehow I still managed to answer all the emails and texts and comments and stuff. So there you go. Anyways, so there you go. I mean, honestly, you know, they don't function all that well. They definitely add some different cosmetic effect. You know, if you want that, that's cool. I'm all for it. You know, we add flash mirrors all the time to basic lenses or flat tinted lenses or whatever, but, you know, don't call it something it's not. It's nothing particularly special, except for the fact that it has that addition of the flash mirror on the front, either blue or purple or, you know, whatever part of the spectrum they're trying to reflect away from the lens. If you want to learn more about that in particular, I've got a great video on lens colors that goes over the different mirrors and how all that works together, because that is exactly what you're doing. You're tuning the wavelengths passing through the lens by either a filter or attenuation or reflecting it. And in this case, we are reflecting a small portion of it away. Now, these guys all together here are wonderful little representation. There you go. Normal beauty, blue, and the wonderful one there right in the middle that you have to really pay attention to catch the reflections. How many times did you see the reflection, by the way? Let me know that. Maybe we can figure this out together. Anyways, that's all I've got on this. If this helped you, if you thought I was a rambling idiot, that's probably true, but I hope you got some good stuff out of it anyways. So on that note, leave me some feedback in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of the video. If it was pointless, helpful, rambling, moron, me, or just wonderful. Let me know in the comments below. I will catch you guys next time, and take care.